We're live. What are we looking at? Well, this is an epic collection of Transformers. Most are vintage. I can't say all are. And I think there's a few GoBots in here. So this is an epic collection. I hope you're doing well today. I'm adapting to the weather change. Let me get some lights. We can see these glorious toys and all their epic glory. How about that? Is that better? All right, cool. So this is going to be, now these don't belong to me. I borrowed these for this live YouTube event. Now, there's no way I could possibly all these names because this collection doesn't belong to me, and um, there's just so damn many of them. They're a little bit dusty. These belong to my son. So even though I bought these, they don't belong to me, and this is why I have no money. So let's take a look and see. This guy, he's a newer one. I believe he's not even a G2. He's a newer one. I forget who this is. He's pretty epic. This is Rodimus Prime. Or the back, his trailer. Where'd he go? He became like in the whole Transformer story. He was like he took over as a leader after Optimus Prime. And this is his trailer, which opens up. Let's see. I'm gonna break it. Yeah. There's too many. I gotta keep, there's just too many here to get bogged down on just one, unless it's something that I can really offer some insight into. Now, this is what the hell is this? This is a very large, I know. Is this, what is the name? This is a reissue. So they issued this in the G1 Transformers back in the 80s, and then they Sky Lynx. Thank you, brain. Sky Lynx. It's dusty. Space shuttle that folds out into a dragon. Thanks for joining. This is EJ Parker doing a look through these awesome, amazing Transformer collection. So Sky Lynx, this is a more modern one. I think it came out around, I don't know, 3 or maybe 6 years ago. And this transforms into a dragon, and this is his base, which transforms into like a cougar. And there's also a G1, a Generation 1 80s version, which is really cool. Now, what's in here? Oh, man. These are the parts that cost a fortune, folks. Let's take a look at this. A lot of time... Is this original? This is. Maybe this is a reissue one. A lot of times, what happens is the parts... This is original? Oh, get the hell out. It is. Oh, I know what this is. This is the mail away. Who had these? There's one in here. I don't have one. There's one in this collection. Overdrive. These are the special Omnibots. They're omnivorous. Remember the Omnibots? These, if you owned one of these as a kid, I used my old Transformers as bowling pins. Yes, we did. That's why they're worth money now. Because we destroyed them. We threw them in the basement, the toy box. Yeah, exactly. So look, these are collectible. We have this one. Hopefully, it's in this box. Now, Omnibots were special because they folded out, and they had three. They had three. Look at that graphic. They're like a car, a robot, and then like a flying vehicle. Man, look at that. They look menacing. And then you got the good guys flying through space. Look at Optimus. He's like, don't piss me off. Look at those eyes. Wow, this is great. Wow. So those toys, by the way, these parts are usually, almost more expensive sometimes than the actual Transformer. Like I was saying the other day, like Optimus Prime, if you buy his cab, just like the action figure loose, in bad condition, it could be worth $35. It's kind of beat up. But if you want to get the original fists, those little plastic fists, they're like $55. At least they were in 2018. So these are very small parts. We can see, I think a lot of these are more contemporary Transformer parts. And these are, I think this is, I forget. Oh, I can't forget this. Put that back in there. All right. Excuse me. All right, let's see what else we got in this Transformer collection. This is a vintage G1. That color scheme is totally 80s. Come on. It's like this burgundy. Like this cream. Now, this may have been more white originally, but the sun does wreak havoc. It's got the sticker there on his crotch. Let's see what else we got. His head, I think you got to pull it out. Yeah. Man, look at that color scheme. How awesome is that? Yeah. So this, who's this? Do you know? I forget. There's too many to recall, and my Transformer chops are dusty. It's been a minute. These Transformers are dusty. But I wanted to get these in front of all y'all. This, I believe, is this original or is this a reissue? He's a fan favorite. This is an original one, so I gotta be extra careful. So you can see the chrome is wearing. This feels like it's mostly plastic. There are some metal parts. Let's see. And thanks for joining. We are live. Vintage Classic Solutions. My name's EJ Parker. I'm your host. This is a Transformer collection look through, mostly vintage. I don't want to break this. I'm looking through my, my phone. Plus, these don't belong to me. I don't want to screw it up. All right. So that one I forget these names. If you know, let me know. This is more modern. This is like a Star Wars crossover. So, of course, Star Wars is going to capitalize on every ounce of anything possible. Some of these crossovers can be cool. I've seen like the Back to the Future time machine, which is pretty cool. This is, I believe, yeah, this is like the Dark Side. It's one of their ships. I believe it's the one that Darth Vader fought in. So that's a Transformer crossover. That's newer. Oh, this is awesome. Okay, this is a GoBot. This is awesome. So this is GoBot's answer to Megatron. What do you think, folks? As intimidating? I had this as a kid. Get out of here. Look at that, GoBots. This is a cap gun, I think. Don't worry, it's not loaded. This is... I haven't seen this thing in ages. This wasn't my original one, but oh my god. Look at that face. How joyful. Look at this. What does this do? I don't want to break this. I don't want to experiment on, live and break something. Just even this gray semi-gloss plastic that screams early 80s. The color scheme's outstanding. I mean, come on, this is 80s. I mean, black, red, gray, yellow. This is so cool. I mean, this is so funny that this is like, well, this was the economical choice, compared to your Megatron, right? By Transformers. GoBot. I don't even know its name. All right, moving along here. What else do we got? Dinobot. This is Grimlock. And this is a blue one. I forget why this is like that. This is a special color for some reason. It's super dusty. It's always funny how they have these really small heads. I think it's so funny how they gave these these powerful Dinobots these small heads. And they have that little compartment there for little kid stuff. I think that slides. Yeah, look at that. You got your sprockets in there. This is great. It's super dusty. The original, I forget why, the story behind this. Is there a date? Why this is a blue one? Is it a G2? Oh, there is. This is like the cockpit back here. You can put like a pilot in there. This is the T-Rex. He's the leader of the Dinobots, right? Grimlock. Dinobots, those were fan favorites, man, when those came out. What else we got in here? Let's see. Oh, we know what this is. Who does that belong to? This is the original one. You can tell by the dust. Optimus. Oh, gotta be careful. Optimus Prime's trailer. And oh yeah, let's see what's inside. Oh yeah, this is the Scout. There's a name for this. Okay, now this is the thing. You would put those little pilots in here. See, this is where it crosses over to the earlier series of Transformers, or pre-Transformers. It was like Robo something. I'm dusty on my Transformer chops, sorry. But so you would have these little pilots, which I have God knows where, and they fit in here, and they're kind of like the ones that they are the ones that control the Transformers before they became Transformers, a different storyline or whatever. But this is great. This folds out. You can like repair your Transformer. This pops out. This is an awesome toy. These decals. I mean, it is just. There's so much going on here. They get the ramp. That's always broken. So this closes. Oh, it always flies up. Pop that back in like that, and then you, bam. And then let's see. Let's take a look at the under chassis. We have stabilizers. I always forget there's stabilizers. Clever. The rubber wheels, and then you got 1982 Japan Takara. Gorgeous toy. Really nice. Really nice. This I wish this belonged to me, but it doesn't. I have a cab, the actual, like the front part, action figure, but I don't have the actual trailer. These are just parts, the wings. All right, what else we got? Dinobot. I forget his name. Slag, maybe? Sludge. This is the Triceratops. His jaw is super loose, slack jaw. He's just it sort of hangs down. It's kind of funny. It's like a loose hinge. I was saying earlier that the Tesla Cybertruck would be really cool if it was like kind of like that, or even this color, like that GoBot chrome or something, or the Dinobot color scheme. I'll call Elon Ma. Elon Ma. All right, let's see what else we got. This is a newer one. This is a camera guy. What's his name? I forget. It's been a hot minute. This is cool. The original one's really cool. Let's see what else we have. This is what's this like a weird name, like Skytrain? This one's too complicated. It's like a train, it's a space shuttle, and it's like a submarine. It's too complicated. Like in gameplay or whatever, you're playing, your Transformers, it's too long to transform. Let's see what else we got. What is this? I have no idea. This is Star Wars, I think, right? What are you doing in there? All right, this is special. Check this out. Optimus Prime. Look at this. This is early 90s Transformers. Man, let me get it some detail. So 94 Takara, made in China. Man, how cool. This is Optimus Prime, a more modern one. It's dusty as heck. This has a ton of play action features. What does this do? It's been a long time, actually. I feel like, I don't know. I don't want to break it. Transformers are complicated toys. Here's a GoBot, trusty. GoBot. This was GoBot's answer to Optimus Prime. So if you wanted Optimus Prime as a kid and you're on a budget, you got this, right? Same color scheme, so it could kind of trick you if you weren't paying attention. If you're a little kid, your parents could get this instead. And then you're like, wait a minute. This is not the same. But it's still cool. He's got the fold-out feature, so you can put, things in the back. I think that windshield yellowed over time just from age. Easy to transform. What are these called? Constructabots or whatever, or the Constructicons. These can combine to build a larger one. These have like dainty joints. They always break. These, like the chrome, they're just like a real kind of cheap, especially with age, they just break. What a great color scheme, though. Look at that. Purple. You gave him purple windows. That's a nice touch. Right? That's super cool. Let's see. Thanks for joining. We are live with EJ. I'm your host, looking through a collection of vintage Transformers. This is a G1 Transformer. This one is an easier transformation. I forget these names. You got that, and then of course, that's a GoBot base command center. This is a G1. This is an interesting. This is a weird transformer. That's the face. This is G1, right? This is kind of weird. I forgot about this one. Huh. So that's that. This is funny. This is in there. These are around the 80s. These plush like satin. I don't know. Like, what are these things? Like just like a plush satin thing. You would get these at the mall. You put these on your car. I found this at a flea market, and it just kind of struck a chord. Remember these things in the 80s? It's like a fake silk. What does it say? The Ace of Diamonds. This is so funny. Made in Korea, all new material. You always saw that on old thing. What does it say? Sorry for that. Something, I don't know, Texas. But isn't that funny? You guys remember those things? Get out of there. All right, so we got. He is a Whoa, that's dangerous. That popped out. That's awesome. This is way too complicated for me to even attempt to do live. This is awesome. I forget Beast Wars. This is like a G2 transformer. Let's see. This is a modern one. Contemporary transformer, all made of plastic. Even they use cool colors, but it's all plastic. Let's see what else. This belongs to. Man, this is so dusty. This belongs to Ultra Magnus. And that's got a great color scheme. This is the later series. I think the KB Toy one. The plastic wheels. There a date there? 84. Made in Macau. It's a small island just south of Hong Kong, China. It's a Chinese island with Portuguese influence. Quite unique little corner of the earth. Let's check this out. Bam. Look at this. Super GoBots Herfiend. What a funny name. This is awesome. This is the original packaging. Super GoBots. They had like die-cast parts and plastic. This is awesome. Now, Tonka made this. This is that 80s grid graphic. The lightning strikes. These were awesome. They had no accessories to save money and frustration. They used their arms or head to zap you. Shows you the transformation. Let's see, where's the team at? There we go. There we go. So we have this one, that one, and we have a ton of future machines or Psycho. I need to get the red one and Destroyer the tank. I think I got Destroyer, but he's all smashed. He's like just destroyed. GoBots. Now there's 2 series of these. I forget what this may be a series 2. The box. They look the same, but there's like a different brightness. Look at that graphic. That is awesome. How cool is that? And there's the base, which you see right there. What a great segue. Look at this. So that is the GoBot Command Center from the GoBot Mobile Fortress. And that's what you see right there. How cool is this? This was purchased at a local vintage toy store. It's really dusty, but that's a great toy. Not too hard to transform. Let's see. What else we got here? Thanks for sticking around and joining. This is a GoBot or Transformer. This may be This is a GoBot. I don't see the sticker. I think it's a GoBot. This is a modern Transformer from the past, probably 5 or 6 years. It's all plastic. Let's see. This thing is so big. Let's get that out of the way. Let's see what's the bottom of the barrel. This is a reissue, copied off of course, the original, and it looks just like the original one, but it's probably came out, I don't know, 5, 6 years ago. I mean, it's just like the original. What else we got in here? Oh, whoa. I haven't seen this thing. This is old school. Wow. So this, folks, man, I bet this opens. Cockpit, yes. So you can put your pilot in there. What is it, Robo something Warrior? This is old. This is an old G1. That face is reminiscent of, is it Shockwave? Look at this. This is awesome. The antenna. Wow, it's got the nice mix up, a nice mixture of cast iron or cast metal, die cast, and plastic. This is like a helicopter. Color scheme's great for the mid 80s, probably. Is there a date? It's got to be somewhere. I think I see it. Yeah. What does it say? Then I think there was 1984. Look at that. 1984 in toy form. Nice and kind of blocky. That face is awesome. Like menacing, just that red dot. And then he's got the antenna to get the orders to fry your ass. Check that out. I have no idea what that one's name is, but that's great. What is this? Oh, the no heads. I hate when Transformers have the heads that popped off because those are always lost. Let me see. Oh, whoa, look at this. Give me a break. Bubble pipe. GoBot bubble pipe? Get out. What a funny thing. I think I had this as a kid, and I was like, when I was like 3, I'm like, a bubble pipe? Tootsie Toy. They made like metal toy cars in the 40s, 50s. They're still around, I think. But this is a funny object. It's a GoBot bubble pipe. You put bubble solution, you dip it in there, and you blow into this, and he transforms into a bubble gun, and you blow bubbles. Not funny? What a funny toy. I gotta do a short just for that. This is a Shockwave, newer one. Cool color scheme. This is I don't even know. Those are just pieces, parts. So what we have here now is the command center. This thing is righteous. Look at this. Oh, who's inside? Oh, look, there's a party going on. Is that Wheeljack? I know. This is great. Look at this. He's a mail-away transformer. He's real kind of like janky feeling. This could be like a Wendy's one or whatever. This is an old GoBot. And remember, like, they're fueled, like where they can fuel up. This is a fun toy. Oh man, I had this as a kid. This one doesn't belong to me. This belongs to my son. He's got an epic collection of GoBots and Transformers. Let's see. Let me just fold that up. I guess they were in there having a meeting. Sorry, I didn't mean to disturb you guys. It looked important too. All right, so that's gonna be folded back up. I wanna show you all something else while we're at it. Put that in there. All right, so now we have also, let's talk about this because this was just, I had a feature with this and I got some good response on YouTube. So I was talking about earlier, and we talk about it now a little bit, how the 80s toys featured landing gear. So this is Jetfire. This is a Transformer G1, super awesome. And the cool thing is about Jetfire here is that the landing gear. There's many things about Jetfire, but how cool is that? And they come out in a hurry. You can hurt your fingernails. They're spring loaded. Super cool. That is an awesome toy. To transform that is quite difficult, so I'm not going to. But what I'm going to do to get on this live session, I want to show everyone this. Ta-da. This is cool. This is also a vintage Super GoBot. So we had earlier, you just saw Her Fiend, and now we have Psycho. This one does belong to me. This is a Series 1 made by Tonka. Just an awesome toy. Check that out. Look at this thing, Psycho. I wanted this toy really bad as a kid, and I just didn't get it. I don't know why. I was probably 4 or 5, and it just never came to me. So as an adult, I've got like I just buy them on eBay for like $12, the beat up ones, to make an army. For I don't know why, but just to make an army of psychos. And they're missing like parts and stuff, but they still look cool. But I had to get one like in the box, and I'm not an in the box collector, but I just had to get this, like an homage to my youth, I guess. And this has the awesome, the 80s grid, right? How cool is Psycho? Now, we have a ton of Psychos. Probably, I don't even know. I don't know. I forget how many. I find them in like the sock drawer, in the in the kitchen. They're always missing these fins. You can buy them on eBay pretty cheap. If you want to beat up one for whatever reason. I haven't even removed this one from the box, and I'm scared to do it. I think in the box it will remain. So let's now look at that box. I gotta kind of put the stuff away. I'm a one-man show. I have another box here that you'll like. It's if you like gross out toys, check that out. This is an awesome G1 Transformer. If you like gross out toys, stick around, because I'm just gonna put these away really quick, and then I'm gonna get the gross out toys out. And those are, I think, all original, like 80s. I think some of the Mad Balls might be reissues, but I have an original collection of Mad Balls. Not a complete set, but I'm getting close. Rome wasn't built in a day, folks. You know what I mean? So I gotta take my time. This is a really hard thing to put away for storage, by the way. Storage is half the battle with these, Tubs are okay, but I mean, you just worry about parts getting broken, so you just gotta take your time and put them away carefully. Because when you display them, they get so dusty. I mean, they're covered in dust, so I don't know, it's just a challenge to display them and store them. We have drawers full of Transformers. It feels like living in a toy store, which I guess I do because I'm a vintage and antique dealer. But just going through drawers of Transformers, it's kind of fun. Maybe therapeutic too. This is awesome. Look at the GoBots equivalent of Megatron. I had it. Pieces, parts, and then we got Optimus. His trailer. All right, and then what else? And then we got Skylynx Generation 2. And then little parts. I'm always worried I'm gonna hear something break and then be like, oh. All right, so I'm gonna put this to the side and do collection number 2 now. Thanks for sticking around. You're with EJ Parker here at Vintage Classic Solutions. We're live, going through some epic collections. It's Epic Collection. What's today? I don't even know what today is. Is it Thursday? Epic Collection Thursday. All right, so here we go. Bam. Let's see what we got in here. So we just saw Transformers. This is the G1 Jetfire. I'm going to put Jetfire away for a hot minute. And then, yeah, okay. Putting that away. All right. So here we have gross out toys from mostly, this is a GoBot, mostly from the 1980s, but these I believe are a little bit more recent. This is a Mad Ball. This is awesome. This is a G2 Mad Ball, I believe. American Greetings, 2007. So this is almost vintage. Now, these are created in Cleveland, Ohio. Where is it? Those characters from Cleveland, if you can see there. A fun little fact, see these people running for their lives and terror from the Mad Ball. This background is actually Cleveland, Ohio. There's landmarks there. Just, I don't know, I noticed that. Here's Hornhead in the original packaging. This is like the G2 Mad Balls. These are vintage rubber jiggler squirrels. Thanks for joining me. These are new old stock Carnival prizes that were discovered in New York, and someone sold them, and I bought them. These are made in Hong Kong. I had a bunch of these. I gave them away, and then what is this? Oh yeah, this is a Mash'em, Coleco Mash'em, 1987 Coleco Mash'em. The 80s at its grandest, folks. Green spine, toxic soul, screaming, decapitated head, the chainsaw, everything you got, everything you need, right? Look at this thing. This is awesome. I had this toy when I was a kid, 87. So these, I don't know, it's a bit more obscure. These are piggybacking off the Mad Balls, right? They were picking back off the Mad Balls, gross out stuff. So these squish, right? That was the deal. You squish them and then down to there, and then they spring back. You and your brother, your friends could, like body slam them, stick them under the couch, whatever, and they would spring back. It's kind of like the precursor to those squishy toys you see now, like Walmart, like those narwhals and those like squishy unicorns. So this is that. I mean, look at this. I mean, I don't know. Would they make a toy like this today? This is 87. I was 7 when I had this toy. Now condition wise and value, let's talk that. This was, I think, like, I don't know, I mean, $20 give or take with shipping. I mean, this may cost $22 out the door on eBay. Conditions everything, and of course, these are just prone to get cracked because they're just being smashed. And then the paint kind of chips, and then you see that foam underneath. But this is really that's a great gross out toy. Moving along, let's see here. I'm not doing any Halloween. I'm getting the Halloween out of the way because I don't want to do any Halloween. I'm keeping the Halloween stuff separate. The pumpkins out of there. All right. So this is a Mad Ball Series 2. They have the name on here too. I love it. Bruise and Brother, I think. Or Bruise Brother. Play on Blues Brother. Check this out. This is awesome. This is a genuine Mad Ball from the 80s, Series 2, a bit more obscure, but just as awesome. Look at this. Look at this. Guy's got bullets in his helmet. I mean, this is 80s, man. This is gross out right here. Gross out. There's a date too. I think it's 86. Those characters. So this is also made in Cleveland, right? Lovingly designed and crafted in Cleveland, Ohio, just for you. We have more, folks. Thanks for joining. This is EJ Parker. We're live at Vintage Classic Solutions Gross Out Collection. We segued from a Transformer collection. Now we're doing Gross Out. These are my personal Mad Balls. Check this out. This is the Slobulus. This could be one of the more iconic ones. A zombie, right? This is Gross Out at its finest. That, omnipresent steel plate in the head and 80s toys. 80, what did I say? 85. Made in Taiwan. Some of these were made in South Korea. Some of these were made in Taiwan. I forget which ones have a little bit better feel. I think the Korean ones are a little bit more well made. This is Taiwan. Slobulus. I mean, this could be like which is like the Mad Ball. Some people think it's Slobulus. Some people think it's the Mummy one. Now this one is a fan favorite, and of course this is the one I had as a kid, and of course it's the most expensive. This is ARG. The blue guy, right? Great color scheme. This is the one I picked as a kid back in the 80s. This is made in Taiwan, 85. So I was 5. Now these toys, they're becoming more valuable and collectible because gross out culture was a pop genre. It's a genre now of collectible, pop culture. And also, these things weren't meant to kind of to stick around because they were hit with wiffle balls, wiffle ball bats, and they were destroyed. They were hit into like a mud puddle, left there. They would get waterlogged and all the paint would come off. I remember like playing with these with all the paint off as a kid. You know what I mean? They would just beat up. So, that's also why they're you know, I mean, I mean, they're not rare, but they're definitely sought after. These will sell in a second on eBay. Super collectible. He's probably one of the most like collectible. He's like a fan favorite. He's like $60, sometimes even more. Okay, so this is a good one. This is Crackhead, right? And then they changed his name to something else because Crackhead was deemed too controversial. This guy, this is a really iconic one as well. This person's got their brain exposed. Crackhead, made in Korea. So this is a Korean one. It feels a little bit more glossy compared to the Taiwan made one. A very iconic. That's a very iconic vintage Madball. Let's see what else we got. This is a newer Madball. This is a Kid Robot Madball. Remember these? You can find these like that at Toys R Us before it closed. 2018 Kid Robot. This is Swine Sucker. This has the feel of the old school Madball, but it's a bit bigger. So check it out. So for comparison, you can see this is like a softball size and this is like a baseball size, right? Big difference, but awesome graphics. I mean, our great color scheme. Kid Robot, cool name. We have barf everywhere. You got a blue eye and a red eye. This thing's awesome. I'm keeping this one in the bag just because. Isn't that funny? And it's got, again, that same exact foam rubber feel as the old school ones. All right, so this is another Coleco Mash'em. This is 80s. This is 80s. I mean, they over the top, you know, guns and knives, kind of like Rambo and Terminator. He's got a bullseye in his back. This is 87, I believe, made in Taiwan. Coleco Mash'em, smash him. He's got some damage. It's cracked, so he's more of just like a placeholder in my collection. I wouldn't mind getting a complete set of these, but it's not a top priority at the moment. I forget his name. But that's a super 80s toy. All right, check this out. This is actually, I think, a real Madball. For a minute, I thought it was Spitball. Is this an actual genuine Madball? Cleveland. Spitball 1980 what? I can't see what that says. 83? Made in Taiwan. This is all beat up. It's a small football Madball ripoff, maybe? I don't know. All right, who else we got? This is another Coleco Mash'em, 1987. Cool color scheme. Not too bad. There's some damage, the creases. But this is, you know, these squishable toys from the 80s. It's got a cobra on his head. And then what else we got? Okay, so this is a good one. Check this out. This one is my best condition. This is the one my brother had this when he was a kid. So this one even has a sticker. Get out, right? How did that remain? What does it say? Don't pull or twist or mash'ems will tear, but smash 'em and bash 'em all you dare. It's like a little. That's so cute, like a little poem. So this is definitely unplayed with. Isn't that great? Look at this beautiful color scheme. You got a crazy guy on a bike. A little problem there, but it's okay. Color scheme's great. Look at this. Got like the Iron Cross in his helmet. He's like, hell yeah. Brass knuckles. 1987 on that bike. Look at him. His name is Bike Breath. Bike Breath. He squishes. I need to be careful with this one because it's in good condition. I don't want to screw that one up, but I do have another one. I have two. Let me grab it. So this one right here is this one doesn't belong to me, but just for a comparison, you see Bike Breath. You see what happens over time. That crackle happens. This one must have been in the original blister pack, and it must have fallen out because it feels like it's brand new. And I know because I had this new. It's quite amazing that this is the way it is. So those are Mash'ems, a bit more obscure, gross out toy. Let's see this. Madball, Swine Sucker. So this is a good comparison. Swine Sucker 2018, Swine Sucker 2007. Toys R Us, $4.99. Look at that. Toys R Us. I can smell it now. Obnoxious and Gross. They're running this Cleveland in the background. This is awesome. I have a couple of these. Now, how do these feel? Pretty much like the originals. Swine Sucker. Check that out. $4.99. And compare it to a vintage one. Now, this is a vintage G1. Some say this is the most iconic Madball, Dust Brain, made in Korea, 1985. So we are about a 20-year gap here. And then we have this. So 2018 on this one, 2000 was that 7, and this is 1985. One big happy family, right? Isn't that cool? This one is great. This one, people want this one around me, and I don't want to give it up. I don't want to trade it or anything. Look at this. This is great. Now, the one eye is beat up and brown. They always had that dot for the production process. I love the like how they designed the wrap, its teeth. Everything about this is great. It's a very iconic Madball. I think in the like even like in like ads and promos for Madballs in the 80s, like this was like an omnipresent one, featured a lot, as well as UGG and where is it? Slobulus. I mean, these could have been the most 3 omnipresent Madballs of that, that G1 generation. But that's subjective. I've featured Madballs before. I think that's about it. This is just a new, this is like a, what is this? Waboba Wingman UFO. It's a Waboba Wingman. It's like a glow-in-the-dark UFO. Does it work? I thought I would just tuck that away because probably in 20 years, if I'm still alive, that could be worth $10. Anyhow, so that's it. Gross out toys galore. Let's put those back. For the rest of my day, I'm going to be sourcing, and I got to list stuff on my eBay store, Vintage Classic Solutions. Get ready for the, the Christmas rush. Aren't these awesome? Get ready to pack and ship all my items to my wonderful customers. I love like just like silly putty color. Isn't that great? This one really does feel like it's right out of the package. I mean, I don't know what the deal was. I got this on eBay for, I think it was under $25. Otherwise, I wouldn't have bought it. Anyhow, this is a great toy. I gotta put that back. So it's been fun. I hope you enjoyed this look through of these vintage Transformers and gross out toys. So there'll be more. And until next time, thanks for checking in.